By now, you should be well on your way adding hypotheses to your canvas and recording evidence on the LPG platform. In this video, we'll go over the next steps you can take on the platform to really start gleaning the insights you need to determine if you need to pivot your ideas or if your instincts are on the right track. Adding tags to your hypotheses and interviews is a good way to keep things tidy and organized within your canvas. By tagging your evidence or hypotheses, you will have an easier time searching for a specific hypothesis when you have hundreds of data points inputted on your canvas. Be sure to discuss with your team, mentors, and instructors which tags may be best for your learning process and customer discovery. To really understand the problem you're trying to solve or the need you're trying to fill, you will need to connect your assumptions to develop a well-thought-out minimum viable product. There are a few ways you can connect your hypotheses. First, when you're inside the hypothesis card, you can click on the hypothesis section at the right of the screen to connect the hypotheses you have already added to your canvas. You can also navigate to the Connections tab for a bird's eye view of what connections already exist and which hypotheses you would like to connect with all 9 sections of your canvas. Notice how the connected hypotheses light up when you select a hypothesis on the canvas. When you add evidence, connect to the hypotheses you think are relevant to the interview data you have collected. Remember to fill out the sentiment analysis to help determine if your assumptions are trending towards validation or invalidation. For best practices, we recommend doing the sentiment analysis while the interview is fresh in your mind. You may also want to conduct the analysis with the team members that were present at the interview. As you continue to connect interviews to your hypotheses and fill in the sentiment analysis, you will start to see your assumptions trending towards confirming or disconfirming. There really is no magic number that signals validation or invalidation, but once you have conducted the majority of your interviews during your cohort, you should be able to begin seeing which way your assumptions are going. If after connecting many interviews to a hypothesis, it is clearly leaning towards the orange or red shade of disconfirming, you can likely confirm that this assumption is invalidated. If a hypothesis is leaning towards the dark green shade of confirming for many connected interviews, then the assumption may be ready for validation. Not all assumptions need to be validated or invalidated by the end of your cohort. After all, customer discovery is a never-ending process, and your ideas will constantly evolve during your innovation journey. But in general, you should prioritize invalidating or validating your customer segments, value propositions, and the right side of the canvas by the end of your cohort. You are now equipped with the tools and information needed to be very successful on our platform. We wish you all the best during your customer discovery. And remember, if you have any questions or concerns, check out our Help Center, enriched with helpful guides and frequently asked questions. Or reach out to us through the chat icon located at the bottom of the page. Thanks, and happy innovating!